here today because you are trying to invite the Lord into your gates and allow for him to take care of your situation and allow for the divine to come in and to walk in your walk with you. And if you are here for that today, and I'm certain you are because you got up this morning and you are in the place of worship. You are in the place of worship. I'm going to take you to the scriptures for a second, and I'm going to take you to Luke 8, verses 49 through 54. While he was still speaking, some came from the ruler of the synagogue's house, saying, "Your daughter is dead. Do not trouble the teacher." But when Jesus heard this, he answered him, saying, "Don't be afraid, only believe, and she will be made well." When he came into the house, he permitted no one to go in except for Peter, James, and John, and the father and the mother of the girl. Now all wept and mourned for her, but he said, "Do not weep, she is not dead, but sleeping." And they ridiculed him, knowing that she was dead. But he put them all outside, took her by the hand, and called her, saying, "Little girl, arise." Then her spirit returned, and she arose immediately. And when he commanded this, she gave him something to eat, and her parents were astonished. But he charged them not to tell anyone what happened. It is time to get up. All of us know better, but choose to do a different thing. We have all did things that allow for our being to die. We are all walking around casting a casket, a moment that has shifted us in the world in a way that we shouldn't have seen it. Our pain met us and changed us. We are all been carrying a casket and a curse. We ended a bad relationship and it shifted us to all the relationships, basing them all on the same of the previous one. You shift your perspective of, are your curse? I wish I had a minute, I'm trying to go fast. But listen to me carefully. There is deliverance in this moment. The abandonment you face has created an atmosphere that wouldn't allow another person to come in. Since this happened, now we've had thousands of caskets and curses to enter into our lives. But there is always hope in the casket and the curse. God gave us a seed. And that seed that God has placed inside of us will crush the head of the enemy, your casket and your curse. You must find yourselves not sleeping on the seed because you do have one attached to your name. Okay, in this story we just read, you see the little girl was tied to her deathbed, her casket and her curse. When her father first had his encounter with Jesus, he said that his daughter was sick. When you first start your transition to death, there is a slow fading of your hope. There is a slow fading of your peace. There is a slow fading of your love. And there is a slow fading of your purpose. There is always a position for us, proportion for us. One part of you is sick, and the other part of you is wanting to be healed. You are always fighting for this healing that you have inside of your body. But the part of you that is fighting for your to be healed must push to get into the room, push to get to the Savior, push to get to your healing. I am certain that you don't want to die from the sickness that met you at that place this very moment. There is always going to be some obstacles in your way. You must learn to push forward, and you must learn to get up. You must learn to push forward, and you must learn how to get up. You must know that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, even when it's your own mind. You must you must find yourself fighting for yourself. In this story, you will see that the daughter went from sick to dead. This, just like us, we are always trying to help others when we need to use that same power that we're giving away for ourselves. And you'll find yourself going from sick to dead. There's always going to be a voice in your head that tells you that you can't go over the healing after the healing that you need. There is always going to be a voice in your head that tells you not to go after the deliverance that you need. There is always going to be a voice saying something. But God has sent me to tell you today that the voice that has been haunting you and tormenting you, that is a generational voice that is called out for your family for all the things that they allow to fade. But that voice must stop talking to you today. That when you kill that voice, it must stop talking to you immediately. When you kill this voice, it will no longer have a stage in your life. When you kill this voice, it will no longer take root in your children, your grandchildren, their children. It is time to get up. Get up. from defeat. Get up from self-destruction. Get up from self-mutilation. Get up from tears you cry. Get up from your pity party. Get up and create the fire that is shut up in your bones.